Hi, today we're going to understand how to convert a Notion form into PDF files. For this demonstration, we have got form 1099R opened up over here, and I have just created few entries in this particular form. And once the user clicks on submit, the responses will come under the responses view in the database. I've already created two entries out of the particular form, and now I'm looking to convert those entries into PDF files completely on automation. For this, I'll be using a tool known as PDF Output. This will help us create PDFs on automation from a Google document with the help of a Notion database. So Notion database is where we will put all the entries that is to be converted to PDF, and a Google document is where you will be editing the entire template to be converted to PDF file. You can create any document at scale such as reports, invoices, contracts, certificates, quotations, or anything that you're generating on a day-to-day basis on a business with this entire setup. Let's click on create PDF and quickly sign in and see how the automation will start to work. So once you log in, the very first thing which you need to do is you need to add a database to the setup. So you're going to add this particular database which we have on our workspace, and then once that is added, you can add a document to the corresponding database, and we'll be editing the document live inside this window to convert to PDF. After that, you can obviously map all the fields of the database one by one onto the document and then convert the same to PDF file. So let's click on add Notion database, and let me copy this database title which I have, and it becomes easy to find the database correctly. Okay, so let's copy the title, go back to the selection window and just click on select pages, put the database title inside the search pages, and you should be able to see the entire form appear over here. Click on that and it gets added up. So whenever you're looking to add any particular database, always put the same inside the search pages field and it will show the database correctly. Okay, alongside that, do not add the database by selecting these top level pages from here. If you do that, the database may not be added up correctly and your experience will not be smooth. So always put the database inside the search pages and then add it. Alongside this, if your database is connected with other databases through relation properties, so let's say form 1099R is connected with database A and database B through relation properties, I also need to add database A and database B over here, so that the PDF file which will be created will have all the relation and roller values appear correctly in the document. Otherwise, the relation and roller values will not be visible in the PDF file created. Let's scroll down, click on allow access, and now we will get access to the database which we just added that we can use further for the automation steps. So you should be able to see form 1099R appear in the drop down. If it is not visible, simply reload the database once or twice, or you can try refreshing the page, and the database must be visible in the drop down over here. So you can see form 1099R appearing over here. If it is still not yet visible, reload the database once more, and you should definitely be able to see the same over here. So you can see the form 1099 are visible over here. And if you click on the same and you scroll down, you should be able to see all the properties of the form appear over here one below the other, which we can use to map to the document to create the PDF. Now let's click on add Google document. If you already have any existing document available on your drive, go with the existing document option and choose the document that might be available on your drive to start the automation. I don't have any existing document available, so I will instead go with a demo document where it will automatically create a document with all the placeholders created for me beforehand. So you can see every placeholder of the database is already added up over here, and anything that you see inside the database is already a part of the document over here. So we have federal tax withheld, we have gross dividend distribution, sorry, and we have taxable amount. All these fields are already added up over here, whatever you already had created in the database. So when the PDF will be created, all these placeholders that you see inside double curly brackets will be replaced with the values from the database one by one, and the PDF will be generated. So the federal tax withheld value will be replaced with this particular column. Then the gross distribution will be replaced with the gross distribution column, and so on, and the PDFs will be generated. If you want to add any property from the database onto the document, let's say I want to add federal tax withheld, I'll click on copy, and I will simply go to the document wherever I want to add it, and I can use Control V or Command V on my keyboard. Okay, so I can use Control V or Command V to copy and paste the property onto the document live. Okay, so let's say this is tax withheld, which I want to see, and I can just map the property just like that. You can obviously do it any way possible and you can edit the document as per your choice, but you need to simply copy and paste it onto the document wherever you want to have it. Okay, So my mapping is already done. Let's define the PDF file name. Okay, so I will choose received by field as the name of the file, and I will simply use that to create a PDF. So I'll just select received by, and now I can go with downloading the PDF. So if I click on download PDF, it starts generating the PDF file. Notice that you have this generate PDF column and PDF file column in the database. So if any record is marked as ready to generate, the PDF will be created for those specific records, and then they will be stored in the database. So make sure before you download the PDF, you set the records as ready to generate correctly, and then the PDF should be downloaded over here. Okay, let's click open to see the entries, and let's understand how the output has come out to be. So you can see this is the first entry where all the fields have been mapped and the placeholder is already showing the values. And let's see the second entry as well. And you can see the second entry with all the placeholders again created with everything correctly mapped. So we have got two documents which have been created side by side where all the entries were automatically mapped with the database values, and then they have been generated. Okay. So the best thing to understand from here is that once everything works correctly and you're satisfied, click on Setup Notion Automation, and this will create the automation to run forever on your workspace. This means whenever a user will click on Submit and a new entry will appear over here, you simply need to set it as ready to generate, and the PDF will directly be created inside the database. So this will eliminate the requirement to use PDF output to set up everything from scratch once again to create the PDF. Rather, whenever a new entry appears, simply mark it as ready to generate, and the PDF automatically gets created inside the database for you. This makes the automation process truly effortless, and everything happens right inside the database, and it becomes really convenient to use as you do not need to juggle between PDF output tool and the database to create a PDF again and again. I hope this demo was helpful to you. If you still have any questions on this, the chat bubble is available at the bottom where you can send me a message with your queries on the same. I'll be able to address the same as well. You can even go to the home page and scroll down to the contact section where you can find me through an email, and you can send me an email right away from this window where I'll be able to assist you on the same as well. You can even book a free demo session where I'll be guiding you step by step on how to use this tool and take the best advantage of the automation that is available on your end. So that is it for the demonstration. I hope everything was clear to you, and I'll be looking forward on how you use it. And you can see it has started processing one of the records as we had marked, and soon a document has been created inside the database as well over here. This is how it processes live, and it works within some time, and it creates the document directly inside the database, which makes it really, really convenient and easy to use as well. Okay, and you can see the second file is